Hey guys, this is HBK Grand making a video about the Beginner's Guide Part 5. So now we're going to actually focus on Introduction to the World. So I'll share the link for the other beginner guides in the bottom so that way you have like a little bit gist of like what everything is all about. You could also track the quest and this will actually lead you to EDZ. So for the Introduction to the World, you start off with the European Dead Zone and you can teleport to the Trossland area. Next to the teleporting area, you'll see like a marker blinking, like it's like a destiny symbol. That is where the NPC will be for all the planets. Whereas once you have arrived here, you're gonna see like a church, like a broken down church in front of you. So you make your way there in order to talk to the NPC. Once you're inside, turn to the right, you're gonna see like a rubble-ish area, so you can actually go in there and just make your way straight forward and turn right and jump again. And he should be right to the left of you. So first things first, you're going to actually talk to Devrim K and he's going to give you the quest step for Discover the EDZ. Once you have claimed the quest step, also claim the bounties from him because these reset on a daily basis and give you XP, especially if you're doing like your season levels or if you're just increasing the XP bonuses or reputation you need for Devrim K or NPC for EDZ. Once you have claimed that, you're going to see that on the bottom of the area, you're going to see Discover the EDZ. Start that quest step and it will guide you step by step towards like every single thing that you have to do. Now you're gonna see that like eye symbol, like it looks like a pyramid symbol. That's like a region chest. Now first of all, it's gonna ask you to like investigate this. It is a fallen symbol, which is one of the factions for like the enemies that you're going to be facing. So I will show you guys like what that is. So after investigating the symbol, your first objective will be to loot a region chest. So they are scattered throughout each of the planets, just like in EDZ, and you can actually even locate them on the map as well with that same eye looking symbol. So once you are in this area, you're going to see that is a fallen. So it is one of the faction of enemies that you're going to be facing like on and on again the entire time. And in this broken area, if you just go all the way to the top, you're gonna see this is what a region chest looks like. Whereas if you see that symbol on that chest mark, you're gonna see that they are located in different parts of the map as well. If you go to that area, you have to like search a little bit and that's where they will be. Now the next part of the quest will be to explore the church, and when you come inside you're going to see this symbol. This symbol is actually known as the Lost Sector symbol, so just keep that in mind. This is very important because it is related to a lot of the lore and it will be connected to a lot of things in the game. So if you go into your map, you'll actually see that this symbol, just like the region chest, is scattered all over the place. Now you won't see their names even though they all have their own names, but once you have finished and killed the boss in the Lost Sector, the name will appear on the map as well. Because later on what happens is that there are enemies that you have to kill within these lost sectors. There are bounties, so they will tell you like specifically go to like Widow's Walk for example, or go to like Terminus, and there will be like different names for all of these lost sectors. So in order to identify them, you will actually have to see. So this lost sector is actually known as Atrium. It is overwhelming in the beginning, but these lost sectors are like only like few rooms, and like on the third or the fourth room you can actually like spot the boss. But again, just remember, like I said earlier, you're going to be seeing them that they are like related to other parts of the lore. Once you have killed the boss, you're going to acquire a cache code which will actually give you access to opening this chest loot, and that will complete the mission and you will get the next quest step for your Discover the EDZ. And this time you just have to do like bounties, public events, and adventures completed. So the sword symbols will be the adventures, and this a symbol that has like a public event incoming, like you'll see like a yellow bar going around, that's like the timer for it. So you can actually teleport if there is one near to the area, or you can just simply like ride on your vehicle and make your way towards the public event. So for this one, there is no teleporter actually near to that public event, but there was one next to the vending codes. So each of these public events are actually different. So you're going to be facing like different factions. There are different ways to doing it. Then there is just a regular event, and you can turn it into a heroic event as well. But we'll make like a detailed video about all the heroic events later. One thing I do want to point out here is that like try to take those bounties every time you go into a planet while you're doing some missions or quests and whatnot, because a lot of people say like I just want to be specific about it, but if you take those bounties you might actually just finish them in the process of whatever your task was. So, and that's like just like side XP anyway. Now, once you trigger the public event, you can do it by two ways. Either attacking the enemy, like it could be like the last drop of one enemy left, if like you almost missed the whole thing, to complete a public event. Or if you're starting it out, if you rally the flag, the public event will trigger for you, or you just have to attack an enemy. Now, this one is actually a walker. So when you did the tutorial video, you probably went against this guy, so you actually have to attack his feet. All of the public events can actually be turned into heroic events. You just have to like perform certain tasks. Now, if you kill like this boss right here, each time like you destroy his feet and whatnot, you're gonna see like these orbs drop. You need to deposit these orbs into like these areas, and you have to do them for all of them. Once you have completed all of them, you will be joined into a heroic event and another walker will spawn. At that point, you can actually kill both of them to complete the heroic event. Now, if you're in a public lobby, the part of the problem is that other players, sometimes they're new, sometimes they just like want to get the public events over because of the bounties. So what ends up happening is they just like kill the boss right away, so in order to quickly finish up their bounties and get it over with. So keep that in mind, that like you might not be able to do heroic events all the time. Once you have deposited the final orb, you will see that you have joined the heroic event. At this point, the second walker will spawn and you have to kill both of them before the time runs out. Another thing that does happen a lot or frequently is during like public events, like other bosses or like high value targets will spawn as well, so you will have to kind of like kill them in order to get them off your back, because they do a lot of damage as well. Whereas once you are done with that, you could just focus on like the bosses. For this one, you can actually just get these grenade launchers. They do a lot of damage, so you could just like focus with this one and just keep attacking till the boss is dead. And it does get hectic when you are against like a lot of enemies solo, so like try to have like power weapons, or like if you have friends, that would be awesome. It just makes the life a lot easier. Joining a clan would be amazing as well, because you could get prime engrams. There are like a lot of benefits. Once you have completed the heroic event, just like these ones, like some places you have to do 25 of them, 50 of them, so just keep that in mind, that you will have to be doing all those in order to complete most of the triumphs. Now, once you're done with your event, you can just collect your loot box. Sometimes you get good stuff, sometimes you just get resources, or you also get clan XP for doing stuff like this as well. If you check the discover the EDZ, so now you have completed one bounty and one public event. So basically 50% of it is kind of like done. Now we just have to do one more bounty and an adventure. So I'm just gonna start an adventure that was like next to the Trostland, and in this one it will actually guide you through every single thing. So it's not like it's gonna be difficult, and every time like you have like a issue, so we've actually pressed the T-pad in order to go into like a small menu that actually appears on the screen. So when you press that, you actually see like there will be like a small diamond marker, and you can use that to navigate yourself, or most of the time, since it's the beginning phase, it will actually prompt you every single time you do this. Now just keep in mind, like adventures are kind of like part of the lore, so they will give you like a general understanding or like what's going on in the adventure as well. So sometimes the ghost will be speaking to you, or the NPC that you are doing the adventures for will be speaking to you as well. In this one, it's kind of called a frame job, as the name suggests. So we will be killing Fallens, and they are dropping these voice fragments. So we're going to be like imitating their voice and try to send like a signal to the Cabals. So the Cabals are another faction that you will be facing a lot in the game as well, and just like Fallens. So whereas the objective for this mission is try to like piss off the Cabals and then go and kill all of them in like a death match against like a whole army of them. So apparently, like the other thing of this is that you kind of have to do like all the adventures as well in the maps, just like the region chest, like the lost sector. So adventures are another part of it. Sometimes they rotate, and sometimes you're gonna see like heroic ones as well. So once you have finished all of them, there will be heroic ones as well. But those ones you have to complete for the triumphs as well. So the triumphs, it's kind of like the achievement thing because it will come up a lot. And sometimes when you are like kind of like lost as to what things that you have to be doing, triumphs are actually the things that make you help and understand like, okay, so that's the task and that's how I'm gonna finish it or achieve a goal in the game. Now I'm gonna try to like finish my bounties while we're doing this adventure as well, in order for us to actually like complete everything for EDZ. Now in this one, what we're doing is basically killing all the Fallens and clearing out and creating an ambush site for the Cabals, because we send them a signal like to piss them off. Also keep that in mind, when you see like that respawn restricted sign, it means that if you die you'll be starting from all over again. So in this one, we have left like bombs and like lasers for the Cabal, so you could just wait for them to come to you, or you could just kill them. So after the adventure have been completed, just check if you're missing anything. So once you have your public event, your bounties, and the adventure done for Discover the EDZ, you can simply go back to the Trostland landing zone and talk to Devon K to complete Introduction to Worlds for the EDZ. Now each time you complete like these quests, you will be given like other quests, or you'll be given rewards. So just keep that in mind, that there will be like all different types, so you will have to keep an eye on which one is important and which one is not. Whereas like you can even dismantle a lot of the ships, like vehicles, and you can get them from your collections menu later on. As long as it says that this item can be reacquired, you can make that. If it's not saying that, then that means that you will not be able to get it from the collection menu. You will just get it as a drop. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate the support that you guys provide, so make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. This is HBK Grant taking off for the day. Have a great one, guys. Take it easy.